Hey guys, welcome back. We're still in Phuket, Thailand. I haven't done much this week. I feel like I needed a little reset to just chill, and I've been working almost every day. Great. I've been working almost every day, and this little sunburn of mine that I got when I was with my dad is itchy and hideous, and my face is peeling and breaking out. So anyways, we'll just keep it. Yeah, cute. Not everyone has perfect skin all the time. Okay, anyways, I just went down to the lobby. That's why I'm so out of breath. It's not even in my building, and apparently the delivery won't bring stuff up here, and I had ordered one of those big waters, and then the elevator wasn't working, so I just took the stairs. Anyways, got my cardio in right before I'm about to go to the gym. Anyway, yeah, see this? Right before I'm about to go to the gym. So got a little warm up. So I'm gonna eat, go to the gym. Then I'm really undecided on what I want to do the next couple days. I have a few options. I'll probably talk about it in the next video, but let's get back to this dating thing. I had done a poll on Instagram where a bunch of guys asked me questions for girls to answer about dating, and girls just claimed their icks, like things that guys should not do because it's kind of a turnoff. So, I'm gonna finish rolling those out. I just found it to be quite entertaining. And I had a couple questions come in from some of you guys as well that I will be answering. And yeah, hope you guys are all well. I'm trying to just focus on myself and my peace and not give an F what other people are doing or saying, because I don't have time to be playing in a circus. It's just not my thing. So it's funny because when I joined YouTube, I would say I've had more drama in my life than I've ever had in my actual life, because of the people I've associated with. So yeah, I just find that interesting. I find it very exhausting and childish to be dealing with those things. So I've got some messages from some of you guys about responding to someone you all know making videos about me, and I'm like, it's not worth my time. For someone to sit there and say I'm satanic-y, it's just like the crazy, most uneducated thing I've ever heard. So anyways, I also really don't like people that hide behind religion and talk about like God all the time and then do and treat people very poorly. I find it to be very wrong. So I'm not gonna play games with people that I don't want to be condescending. It's fine. Okay, let's get into it. Icks and the rest of my footage with Dad about dating. And this guy shocked me, honestly, with some of his responses, but I love that he was open because we come from the same cloth, clearly. So enjoy the rest of the video, and we'll be exploring Thailand for the next few days. I might go out and do something tonight. I'm debating. It's something I've really wanted to do, and I'm going to make sure I do it before I leave Phuket, I think. So yeah, stay tuned. Thanks for the continued support. For those who want to not support me because of what this person's saying, good riddance, go sucka. If people want to believe people that I know to be very dishonest and deceitful, that's okay with me. Like, I actually care about people and I care about you guys, so I don't really want you guys walking around believing a bunch of lies. But I don't care. If you guys believe it, I'm not here for numbers. I have a life outside of YouTube, so it's just, yeah, this drama's not my thing. So anyways, let's get to it. All right, this lighting is not so cute, but I just finished my lunch, my pre-gym situation. I had a really nice falafel wrap. It was good. So anyways, let's start with the icks. Refresher for those who are maybe a bit older and have no idea what this means. If you think about it, someone saying it's icky or gross, like it gives you like a gross feeling. So this is what some women and actually some guys answered this question as well, about like what kind of gives you the ick in a partner quickly. Basically, it's like, what are some of your biggest turnoffs? So dishonesty, narcissism, poor hygiene, being non-spiritual, dirty hands and shoes, inconsistency, lying, a touchy man, or talks nastily at first sight or date. Oh, Yeah, I have thoughts on that one as well. Yuck. Bad hygiene, someone not following through with what they say, wandering eyes, being rude to people for no reason, pride, showing off, being flashy, nonchalant men, disrespectful personality. Those are just some top ones. So anyways, that gives you an idea of, guys, here are the things not to do. And girls, like, those are so applicable to both genders, or even if you're non-binary, whatever, just like as a human being, those are icky. Okay, so I'm gonna upload the rest of the footage from my conversation with my dad and I, and if you missed the last video, you should probably tune in, because people were asking some crazy things like, how do you feel about sex on the first night? Which I had my dad answering these as well. Does size matter? I know you guys are probably thinking, Alexis, you're whack. Who would ever have these conversations with their dad? But the thing is, I'm 27 years old. I moved out when I was 18. Like, I've been living my adult life for quite some time, and it was in my adult life that my dad and I had become pretty good friends. So we're not, maybe some of you really authoritarian parents are like, I'm not your friend, I'm your parent. But I will say, I think relationships with your parents really matter, and they evolve with time if your parent has a growth mindset and they're evolving as well. So I'm really fortunate to have a dad who is really emotionally in tune and social and connective, and yeah. So anyways, I know you guys might have found that last video alarming, but I have no filter with my dad. Like, what's the point? Like, we're both adults, so I'm not really afraid to talk to him about anything, and he's created that space. So I think, if you want your child to have really open, honest communication with you, you have to facilitate that space. So props to El Jefe, because he's done a really good job. So I had one of you guys asking, one of my YouTube subscribers, at what age should I allow my child to date, and kind of like in those parameters, what is permitted, like holding hands, kissing, these things. I think it's really subjective. Like, when I was growing up, my parents were like, you're not allowed to date till you're 16. Now, some of you guys might think that's young. Well, others might be like, nah, that's average, you're old enough, whatever. I think it varies in the culture that you're growing up in as well. Like in America, I work in schools, and so I know a lot of things, including like I think the average age that a youth becomes sexually active in America right now. In fact, I can even look it up. Pause, because I want to get my facts straight, but I believe it's 14. So one sec. Okay, also, like, how do they get this data? I'm not sure. But actually, the source I just said, or looked at, said 16 and 17. However, like, I know that the school districts I'm working in, yeah, it's as early as 11 usually. So I know that sounds whack, but we do not judge. So it depends on the culture that you're growing up in. Like, in many, it's pretty normalized to be dating young, being sexually active young, whereas more traditional cultures are not that way. If you're asking my personal opinion, if I had a kid, what I've seen is, like, if you as a parent say, don't ever do this, you're not allowed to do this, maybe you have the type A child who's going to listen, but likely you don't, and you have the child who's going to do it without you knowing. And I think that's worse, because I think it's really important to create a space where they feel like they can speak to you about things, because there's things that happen in someone's life, like they could be dealing with, a predatory situation or grooming or like an adverse sexual experience, and they won't feel comfortable talking to you if you've made it like a abstinence is key, or you're not allowed to do this till this age. Like, your child will not feel like they can come to you when something happens, if something bad happens. So I have strong feelings about just creating that space for them. I think it's important to guide them and share with them, like, what you believe is best and what you want for their life, and you know that you have good intentions for their life. But yeah, I think if it were me and I had a teenager, I would say I'm not setting parameters as to when they can date, because I know that they're going to anyways, like most just do, especially in America. But like my god brother, he's quite a bit younger than me, and so I've always told him, like, I wished I wouldn't have dated in high school because I feel like it was a waste of time. I think it would be better just focus on sports and your friends. So that would be my wisdom for my child. Granted, I'll support them in whatever they choose. Am I going to be like, okay, this person asked, it's a mom who's asking me, and she's wonderful. She was asking, like, if you do allow them to date, like, what are the parameters? Again, your kid is going to do what they want to do, whether you know about it or not. And I work with teenagers, so I just think I know the reality of it. And we've all been teens before. So, you know, I don't think you can say, like, you're not allowed to kiss, you're not allowed to do this. Like, they're going to do it behind your back. So I would say just create a safe space for them to talk to you. And maybe when you're talking about parameters, just say, like, your hope for them or your preference. But I think if you're really dead set on you're not allowed to do this, I highly doubt they're gonna follow those parameters. That's just my opinion. I think that it isn't helpful to be sexually active at a young age, but again, I know many people are, and I don't think it's our place to judge. All you can do is guide them, be honest with them. I think it's helpful to be honest about your own experiences so that they can kind of learn from you. They're not just hearing, like, the parent says I need to do this just because they're the parent. Like, they understand what your experiences were, maybe. I think that could be helpful as well. But yeah, if I had a teen, I'm not going to say they can't have a boyfriend. I might just set parameters as to what they're allowed to go do with that person. Like, probably not being alone or in private settings when they're young. But again, you can't really control what your child is going to choose to do with their life or their body. So I think it's really just best to show them love and try to guide them as best you can. Let's see. I don't know. I think there was a couple others on here that I didn't answer before. Yeah, okay. So this was a guy asking, oh, Lord. What is your ideal type? What are your deal breakers? And would you date me? I'm going to leave these for another video probably. But I also have really taken the wisdom from some of the women in my life who said, you know, don't tell a guy what you're looking for and don't tell a guy what you've been through, because they're just going to, like, emulate it. They're going to pretend. So I don't really want to answer these super personally to me, except for if it has to do with maybe my convictions. Yeah, I think I answered most of these with my dad. I just want to make sure that there's none I didn't cover. Oh, here's a good one. Is it about the man or what comes with the man? I'm not sure if I answered this with my dad, but I feel like there's value in answering that. For me, it's about the man. Granted, with my prior experiences that most of you know about, I want that person to have their own life and financial stability. They don't need to be loaded, but just someone who is not trying to milk you. Yeah, some of these are cute. And I think the rest of these answers will be in the remainder of this video. What are girls hoping to get out of dating right now in 2025? Depends on the girl. Like, it depends on the girl. It depends on the life stage of which she's at. Like, is she looking to get married? Is she just looking to have a companion and have fun? It just really depends. Like, for me, I'm not dating for fun. So, hence why I haven't had a boyfriend in a while. But yeah, like I want the next person that I date to be someone that I believe I could marry. And in the past, I think one mistake that I've made is the guys that I've dated have pursued me, and then I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm okay dating because it's pretty much heading that way towards dating. But I don't think a whole lot about the marriage piece. I viewed it as we date to see if it'll lead to marriage, and like ultimately that's what I thought I wanted. But I don't think I like read into it that much prior to dating. So now I'm approaching dating much differently. Like the next person I date, I will have known for some time. We will have built a friendship, and it'll be like, I know if I could probably marry them before we even start dating versus we start dating and then I'll figure it out. No, I'm not doing that again. Yeah. I think I answered the rest of these. Some of these questions are really good, actually. I really like some of the questions that the guys had. Yeah, and then a lot of them are saying that they want to date me. That was their answer to the question, of which, let me just put it out there, I'm really not interested. I'm so not interested in something starting online either, like at all. That's not my thing. Okay. Some of these are worded very confusingly, sorry. Yeah, I think I answered. Yes, I answered all of them. So if there's any that I missed in my DMs, sorry, but that was one that stood out to me recently. Then mom was asking about my views on young people dating, and I would say I probably don't have super traditional views on that because I work with teenagers, so I see what they're doing. And I'm a counselor, so they trust me and open up to me about what they're actually engaged in, and I don't think it's what their parents would be hoping for. So I just have a more realistic approach. Just make it so that your children can talk to you. Anyways, here's the rest of the clips that I recorded with my dad. And yeah, hope you enjoy hearing our views on dating and what that looks like even with that generational gap. So enjoy the rest of the video, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next as we'll go explore more of Thailand. Hello guys, I'm headed out with Dad. It's his last day here. Mom's chilling by the pool, and I told you guys I was gonna do a dating series. I know I showed you some of my DMs, and I think there was a misconception that most of those guys are from Kenya, but actually a lot of them are not. It's a pretty international issue, men not being really respectful, which is kind of why I posted it, but I also find it to be quite funny and entertaining. So anyways, I blocked quite a few of you guys in the last few videos. I find it funny, twice in the last couple months, someone being very obnoxious would say to me, well, if you want to, then block me then. If you don't want to hear from me, boom, blocked. So anyways, boom. I'm so done with the negativity. I find that the people that are coming to my channel that are being negative, I don't even know if it's like an insecurity or like you have no life, but like I don't even know why you watch the videos if you just want to have a bad attitude. So your energy is not welcome here. Anyways.
It's not good for you either.
Yeah, like I really don't appreciate that.
No, I'm saying it's not good for the people that have that energy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're wasting your breath. You might die tomorrow, literally. So anyways, I took a poll on Instagram twice for guys to ask girls questions they have about dating in the modern day, and for girls to be able to tell the boys what their ick is. Because I just find that I'm having these very adverse experiences with men, And or well, boys. So I'm like, I feel like these guys out here need a little bit of help. But I have a little helper today, conveniently, because he's in Thailand with me. So not only are you going to have a different generational perspective, you're going to get some.
Hey, what are you saying? I'm old?
I mean, you're definitely not a Gen Z.
No, I'm not.
You're going to get some dad advice. So this is a little dad-daughter dating video.
Dad-daughter
Dad,
dating.
we're doing
D cubed. Dad-daughter dating.
biggest icks, and I'll just let you answer your honest truth to some of the questions that the boys had.
Okay, I can do that.
Do you have any icks off the bat? Where you're just like,
Well, I haven't had to think about this for a long
you
time.
haven't, you've been
I've been
snatched up.
married to a beautiful woman, Lexus's mom, for 27 years, over 27 years. So I really haven't been in the dating game, guys, for a long time.
And what do you think, from what you know from your daughters, at least, about the boys out here?
The boys out here in Thailand,
No, the boys just out here today. Like, my sis and I
they're not very
are
smart.
both single right now.
They're not very smart. That's what I'll say about them. And they're not finding approval with me very easily because they aren't respectful. A lot of
Yeah.
them. The ones who are, a little hard to find. One piece of advice I've given my daughters is, and it's not universally true, it's very stereotypical, so take this with a grain of salt because I know the good guys are out there. They do exist, but most guys are scum of the earth. So they
Yes.
want their own thing. They're selfish, they want what they want, and we know what they want. It's physically related, and they don't care about, my daughter's feelings or women in general, and there's a lot of reasons for that. But I don't think it's gotten better over the years. I think it's gotten
Yeah.
worse. Although I think there are some good ones out there that are very smart and very kind of old souls who know how to treat women, but they're very hard to find. And they're really, the ones who really know how to treat women are doing it not for what they can get, but because they actually value females and specifically the one that they're pursuing. So
Yeah.
one thing I've always told my daughters is find someone who loves God, Jesus, because I'm Christian. And so I think that's super important to be equal spiritually with someone. And then find someone who is very kind and loving and respectful to you. So that's like two most important
I'm
things
gonna
right
put you
there.
on the spot. Who in my life that you know or know of do you think is the most respectful boy?
Most respectful boy
To me.
that I've met and spent time with, or that I know from you.
Either.
I gotta think about that. And we're gonna go drop some stuff off with Mom. So let me think on that.
Okay.
And ooh,
I was thinking
that felt
on
like
it.
the jet ski there. I got some hair in the face
Sorry.
on that one.
I was thinking on it.
Yeah,
Like who?
I bet you have.
I think I'm gonna just shout out to this one because I'm so proud to be his friend. I think Daniel
Oh, here's Mom.
is one of the most respectful
Oh yeah, I would think
men I
that's
know.
that's a good answer actually.
Yeah. Daniel. He's out there in Arizona. My friend from Tanzania that you guys have met before. I would say he's one of the most respectful men in my life, so I'm
These are our
grateful.
spots, right?
Okay. Oh, Mom. Mom got sunburnt yesterday. Okay, we're going for a stroll to go take some pics and find a swing and all that. But go ahead.
So yes, you asked me who's respectful and kind, and I would say, from what you've told me and the little bit of interaction I've had, Daniel is very, very kind and respectful.
Yeah.
I like him a lot. He seems to really care about people, care about you,
Yeah.
and he's very mindful of how he treats you.
Treats
and-
women in
and
general.
treats people, I think, yeah.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
just very kind of humble and respectful. I really like that about him.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Jose is also obviously my
Yeah.
top two.
I know
He's
he's
been
been
my
a
best
great
friend
friend
for
to you.
forever. And something that makes him so respectful and safe is that he's never hit on me, and we've been
hey, look at this.
besties for 7 years.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Look at the background here. It's just pretty. Go that way. Hey, Thailand. I don't know why that says Thailand to me, but it does. And I love Thailand. I'm just putting that out there.
Yeah.
I'm very glad we came here.
We'll see which city I like the best because I'm going to explore Thailand quite a bit after they leave today.
Yeah, I'm curious to know what you think. I think Phuket is going to be hard to beat because beach,
Yeah.
the markets,
I definitely don't think Bangkok will beat
people.
it.
But I've heard Bangkok's a great city though, a great, especially for young people.
Yeah.
Really nice place to be.
Is there more than one swing?
Yeah, there's more down there, I think. Yeah.
Okay, let's
You
go.
want to go that way?
Yeah.
Let's walk on the grass.
Okay, so you take this. Give us an ick.
Ooh. I gotta flip it. Can I do that? Did that screw you up? Oh, now we're upside down. Okay. I have an ick for you. Again, been a long time since I've been in the dating game. Let's walk on the grass. But I would say a big ick for me is the old saying is if someone's rude to the server, they're not a nice person. And so I would say that, you know, the people that are like really rude to people that they don't know.
Or impatient.
Yeah, impatient. Like, not to say I've never done that. Like, I guarantee I'm not perfect. I've probably had some moments I'm not proud of.
Perfect either.
Yeah, but generally, how nice am I to people?
You're very conversational and nice.
Very nice, very complimentary. I tend to build people up because I think the world's a hard place as it is. So it's like everyone's life is hard already.
Yeah.
Like, you know, the world needs more kind people, right? Be nice. There's a bumper sticker that's in America a lot. I don't know if it's in other places, but it says basically something about no mean people. Like, this just not needed, right? But then too, everyone has a story, so maybe someone's having a really hard day. So just being empathetic to others and trying to understand, you never know what someone's going through, but it's all the more reason to try to be nice. And then if someone's not nice to you, try to be understanding. They might be going through a really hard thing.
Okay.
So the people who aren't nice to people, that I don't like that. Like, I wouldn't want, if I was single, hard to imagine, but if I was single, I wouldn't want to be pursuing a woman that was rude to people.
Yeah,
I wouldn't like
gross.
that. I wouldn't like that.
Okay. What do you?
I have another one, too.
Okay. Yeah. Go.
Do you want to hear another one?
Yeah.
So another one for me is women that are like really materialistic. They're like super, and my wife is very like put together. Hey, she's very, very sharp. She always looks the part. She's bougie, but she's kind. She's nice to people. She cares about people. She's not just about herself. So sometimes you'll see these women who are very bougie and very materialistic, and they have all the latest, greatest stuff. They may have a lot of money, and I'm not judging them for that. But they act, okay, here's what it is. They act like they're better than others.
Yeah.
And they're talking down to people. It's a form of not being nice, but it's a arrogant and I'm better than you
It's
form.
condescending.
Ugh, I would never be with someone like that. Yuck. So you can see that's a true ick for me.
Same, but I think that's the same reason that, like, if you're put off by being rude to someone in the service industry, it's like you're acting like you're better than
Yeah,
them.
right. And in fact, you're not. Like, we're all people.
Very much
Nobody's better than anybody else. And I mean, some people act better than others, but by acting better, that's what you should do. Like, and it's not to say you're better than anyone. It's just making the world a better place.
Love it.
So there you have it.
My next one is going to be, I want you to try to, actually no, we'll save that for the next video.
Okay. I'll hand it back off.
All right, I just passed Dad the questions. So I took a poll on Instagram, like I said, and all these guys asked these questions for girls about dating. So we'll take turns answering them.
Okay. This one says, am in love with you. You don't even know her. You don't even know her.
I know.
You're in love with the idea
It's
of
weird,
her
yeah.
for some reason. She is beautiful, but you don't even know her.
I know.
So you're not in love with her.
Boys say that really easily. I said that in the last video.
Why did you break up with your ex? Who are they referring to? Is that Teddy? Because he's a scammer. Because he's a con man. And he tried to take a bunch of money. He did take a bunch of money from her, and he didn't work for a living. He's a loser. Teddy, if you can hear this, you know I was nice to you when you were nice to my daughter. Now you scammed her. You're dead to me, homie. Dead. Okay, next thing. What makes you truly feel safe and seen in a relationship? For me, that is someone who loves me That's me. Despite my faults, because I have many. I'm a pretty nice guy, but I am pretty dang selfish sometimes. And right now I'm gonna be selfish. This seashell was more important to me in that moment than you guys, sorry. So I'm a little selfish. I like to do what I like to do. I have a lot of interests that takes a lot of patience to be in a relationship with me, I think. Even though I am a great guy, but I'm not perfect. So I think someone who loves me despite my faults and despite my shortcomings. Look at all these shells, you guys. Like, seriously, show this. Like, look at how many there is. They're all over, and I freaking love these things. Anyways, I gotta stay focused. Got a handful. Someone who loves me despite my faults, for sure. And someone who even, and this is kind of along the same lines, someone who even if they don't share something that I have as a passion, they would support me in it and say,
Yeah.
you know, it's not my thing, but I know you love it, so I support you. Like seashells.
Okay, but you have to answer that as a boy was asking that about girls. So what do you think makes a girl feel most loved?
I think, and listen carefully, even you husbands out there that are already married, you already got the girl. What I call a no strings attached back rub. Husbands, I'm talking to you. So when you just are nice to your wife because you care about her, not for what you want. We all know what you want. We're all men. We know how our minds think. That's why I warn my daughters about men, because their minds, right? We're all very motivated by what we see and physical, and there's a lot more to life than that. And women are a lot more intuitive and sensitive and relational. They really need to feel safe and understood and loved, not through all the things that men always want to do, if that makes sense. Not to say that a wife doesn't want to do those things.
So
okay?
just affection just because.
Yeah, affection just because, being nice.
Affection that doesn't have to lead to sex, more
Yes,
graphically
that's
put.
That's exactly what it is. Affection that's just affection because you care about it.
Yeah, I like that.
I'm finding some really good ones. Sorry, I keep pinning down.
My dad is literally the cutest thing. So he's gonna take pictures of me. I'm sitting up on this log, but my hair is frizzy. So he's getting water so that I can have flatter hair. Watch this, watch this.
Here you go.
Now it's in the video.
Here's some for the top.
What's your advice?
If you're a woman, in this case my daughter, a woman you care about, has frizzy hair at the beach and she wants some pictures, run to the ocean, come back with wet hands, rub it on her hair, and hop to it.
This log is pretty high up, yeah?
Yeah, it's pretty high. You can smile. You can get some stills from this if you want. I'm doing okay.
If you guys don't follow my Instagram is where I post totally different type of stuff. More like aesthetic, I guess, like vacation-y. You'll have more current updates on my life if you have an Instagram and you follow my Instagram, because I post on my story often. Woo. Anyways, Dad just took really cute pictures, so I'll post them
Okay, I
probably
gotta put this
today.
down.
And I fell
this
off at one point. I'll show you guys the wreckage
Yeah.
after this.
Okay, this is the hardest part.
Don't fall.
No graceful way to get down there.
Your legs. You look like a newborn deer.
I know, I feel like one. All right, we made it.
Love it. Let me see you in your glasses. You can see me. I'm so sweaty, guys. I look purple.
Same.
Hey, we just went on like the craziest beach walk, and that was hard.
Yeah,
Because the
it's a
sand
workout.
is so thick.
Yeah. I'm sweating like a sow in heat. Look at that. Jeez.
Okay.
All right.
No, what was the last one that you asked?
I'm in love with you. That was dumb. Oh, what makes you feel truly safe and seen in a relationship?
Yeah.
So we talked about what makes you feel truly safe and seen in a relationship. Look how sweaty I am.
And you said
Woo.
physical. You said, no, what's something that makes her feel loved? That's the one we answered. You answered.
Oh yeah, something that
I didn't
makes
answer that one. I think I should answer that one too as a female.
something that makes a woman feel loved.
It depends on their love language. So someone asked like order of love languages. I think they're asking about mine.
Yeah, they
But-
asked that too, the ranking of the love languages.
But that depends on the person. For me, I would say words of affirmation, quality time, and physical touch, but only if I really like you. If I don't like you, don't effing touch me.
Do not touch her.
I'm not a touchy girl.
No.
at all.
Keep your hands to yourself.
Yeah.
Or else.
So yeah, it depends on the person, but I think the best way to make a girl feel loved is by loving them in their love language, not what comes easiest to you.
Very, very good point.
Yeah.
Hard to do. Love languages. I'll talk about mine. And this is something to know in your relationships, you guys out there, especially you husbands, but even you boyfriends that want to be husbands because you think you found the right woman. You better know your woman's love language, and you better find out a way to speak it, especially if it doesn't match up well with yours. So that's a good challenge for me, because El Jefe's love languages are physical touch, words of affirmation. I love a good encouraging word. That's why it's one of the rules on my channel and Babe's, because she likes words of affirmation too. You get enough stuff in your life that tears you down. You don't need that. So nobody needs that, but especially people who thrive on words of affirmation. Doesn't mean you have to tell me everything I want to hear, but I do think it's important to be, important to be encouraged. But you can challenge me too, as long as I know that you care about me, right?
For sure.
Want to be challenged, want to be, but that's with a balance of encouragement.
Someone recently said, me joining social media, I need to learn to take scrutiny, but the thing is,
you don't have a relationship with those people.
Yeah, like what you just said, like I want accountability, and I seek that from my friends. But like, if you don't know me, you can't just come for me. Like,
well, and that's
and
that reminds me of a quote from, I might be covering the speaker, sorry. That reminds me of a quote from Teddy Roosevelt, early president in the early 1900s. And he said, people don't care what you know until they know that you care.
Yeah,
so that's something that, if you want to have influence on someone and you want to critique them or provide constructive criticism or constructive feedback, give feedback, all those things. Yeah, you have to first develop a relationship, because if you don't have safety and trust built up with that person, they're not going to want to hear what you have to say.
Well, and especially in this setting, so many things said on social media you wouldn't say to someone's face.
Yeah, you say things that are crazy that you'd never say to people's face. And probably a lot of people that say that negative stuff on social media would say it to people's face.
They wouldn't.
And I don't think you really would. But if you would, you're just not a very nice person.
Yeah.
So, and I've said not nice things. Again, I'm not saying I'm perfect, but I try to be kind and mindful of, others' feelings. And I try not to be critical of people I don't even know, for sure. So that's my big thing: physical touch, words of affirmation. And then what I struggle at the most is gifts. Okay, I'm not a very good gift giver. Everyone knows it about me, and I struggle at giving good gifts. And for me, it's not important. Like, I really don't care if anybody gets me a gift. What I'd rather have is time with you and, a good relationship together, words of affirmation, build each other up, and give lots of hugs, those kinds of things, high fives and hugs. That's what I'm all about. But the love languages, in case you don't know, are physical touch, words of affirmation, quality time, acts of service, and gifts. Okay? Those are the love languages. The ones I'm worst at, gifts and acts of service. I'm worst at gifts. I can't even do very well at that.
That's not true. You just have a hard judge.
So El Jefe is very tuned into acts of service. That's how she shows love, and she's very good at it. She just serves and outworks everybody and does more for people than they ever do for her. And she doesn't really ask for anything in return with that. So I love my wife for that. She's such a hard worker, but that's just not my love language. So I do recognize that that's her loving me and our family for sure. But so I know that it's love, but that's not what I want as love, and it's what I struggle to give, because I'd rather just go do the fun stuff, spend time with you, give you a hug, tell you how great you are and how much I love you. Okay. So
this is for the boys. Listen.
Okay.
We're talking to people that their brain is probably still developing here. So we got to keep it simple.
Young men.
So what makes you feel truly safe and seen in a relationship? Quick answer for me is trust, and like, you seek to understand me, and when I'm speaking, you're actively listening. That makes me feel comfortable. And physically, my nervous system just clocks you as a safe person or not, depending on how respectful you are, and if you're like checking in with my body language and my boundaries. I know a few boys, men, I would say, that are really good at that in my life right now, who are like constantly checking on me. Like even Daniel, like I said, is one of those people.
I'm losing your phone because my hand's sweaty.
There was
Sorry.
one time that we were getting on a bike in Arusha, and Daniel was like, do you feel comfortable with me using the same bike as you? And I do this with friends all the time, so I was like, duh. But see, even that just made me feel so comfortable with Daniel.
Yeah, that's so good.
In my physical space, because
Right.
I know he respects me and is always checking in.
Yes, he's mindful and
Yeah.
kind, and even asking about things that would probably never
Most guys wouldn't ask.
bother you,
Yeah.
but asks anyway. So that just tells you he's next level.
What makes you feel safer?
I kind of already said earlier, like for me, it's, ooh, my arm's wearing out. We need a GoPro or something. One of those 360 cameras. For me, it's like people that support me, even when they maybe don't share in my passion of something, but they appreciate that I love it, and they support me in it. That would be something big for me. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. And of course, getting some hugs. Like, I'm a physical touch guy. My dad was too. So even when my dad was, when I was grown, like I lost my dad at a pretty young age, but when I was pretty far on in high school, like the night before my dad died, I gave him a hug goodnight and told him I loved him. I know some men aren't into like hugging and stuff, but my dad treated us that way growing up, so that rubbed off on me. So I've always been that way too. But some people aren't comfortable with that. So guys, you have to realize who you're with too, because some people don't want that. Like this one, she doesn't like it. Like unless you're close with her, she has to really trust you, really know you, and then probably it would be smart of you to ask. Just saying. So okay.
Agreed.
What other questions do we have?
This was getting advice from girls, so I'll answer the next few.
Okay.
But I want you to answer what you think I'm going to say first.
Okay.
This one says, would you rather date a tall dude but not good looking, or a short guy but very attractive? For me.
I think she's gonna say tall dude.
Really?
Maybe.
And he's ugly?
Well, not ugly, not good looking.
But not good. That's ugly.
Average looking. I was thinking of it more as average looking. If it's ugly, no, she can't. No offense.
Wait, I can't breed with an ugly
Yeah,
person.
no. Sorry. And sorry for people that, man, if you think you're ugly, you shouldn't think that about yourself, first of all. Let's get into that.
But-
See, here comes the words of affirmation.
What were you about to say?
I was going to say it's not healthy of you to think of yourself that way, and God made you just how you're supposed to be.
every
But it
human
may
is
not
beautiful.
appeal, right? Yeah. Everyone has a beautiful
I was actually
aspect
talking
to
a
their
guy
life,
about this yesterday.
right? Everyone's created by God, in my opinion, and not Lex. I was not pointing at Lex. I was pointing at God. And they're created by their maker, and he intended for them to be here. So in and of themselves, that means that they have value and beauty. So,
I
but
was talking to someone about this so recently, and
preferences.
no, like there's been guys that are into me that I would say any girl would be attracted to, but if their energy is off to me, I find them very unattractive.
Yeah.
So like being physically attractive to me, I have to be into your character a whole lot more.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, okay, I want a tall guy, me personally.
Yeah.
Or,
Well,
like,
and that comes
taller
from
than
Dad's
me.
advice. Dad's advice, because I've always been a basketball coach since they were little. I told my girls, both of them, this one and the one that lives in Hawaii, I said, you want to find a man who loves Jesus, loves you, and is respectful to you. And if you find two that are equal in every way, pick the tall one. Because we need some grandkids
That's
to
a
coach.
nicer way of how you said it, but yeah.
We need some
Anyways,
grandkids to coach.
So I would choose the more attractive, shorter one.
Okay, yeah, fair.
But short, no.
But let's change the question to just average looking. Like, not a model, not an actor looking dude, not this hot, hunk of man that you might go, oh, he's so
But
hot.
is the shorter one really attractive?
Uh,
Because that's what they're
yeah,
saying.
let's say the shorter one's really
I'd
attractive.
Still go for, I need to like your face.
Oh, okay. I agree. Pretty face is nice to look at.
Yeah, I don't want to look at you.
And again,
be like, "Ugh."
that's preferences. There's someone for everyone, I believe.
Yeah, I think a lot of girls would choose tall though. So my answer might be different than everyone else's.
Okay, next question.
Okay, is marriage important to you? To me. Yes.
She will say yes.
I think marriage is very sacred. I would love to be married. I would also way rather be alone than be married to the wrong person. that one hits really deep for me. But yeah, I think being in a toxic relationship or marriage feels like a prison, and I would way rather be alone. But in my perfect world, I would be married, yes, and I really want to be.
And I like being married. I never want anything else. I like my life very much.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay,
Sorry, you get an extreme close-up of me now because I have to hold it with my left hand because I'm tired.
This guy says, do girls actually read guys' bios or just look at the pictures?
I think they read the bios. Yeah, they look at the pictures, but
In like a Instagram profile or like a dating app?
I assume they mean all of the above. Like,
I have never used a dating app, and I would never for so many reasons. But on Instagram, I don't know. I probably look at your pictures first, because how many guys on Instagram say they're 6'4" and they're actually like 5'2" in their bio? It's a lie.
right. Well, but I mean, I'm not in that world, but I think, yeah, you look at pictures first and you click on the ones that are interesting based on your preferences of looks, because you don't know anything about that person. But they may have a, not only looks, they may have a kind looking face or smile or something that, again, attracts you to it. That's more than just looks. It might be something you're seeing in them,
like
in their
I'm
eyes.
at the gym.
Yeah, where they're at. And then you click on that and look at the profile to see, okay, well, what do they do for work, and what do they believe? What do they like? What do they follow? I'm not in that world, so I assume that information is included in a lot of profiles. What kind of food they like or how they like to spend their time. Is that in there? I don't know. If it is, I would say they read the
Talking about a
profiles.
dating app, it's like saying what is captioned under them, like, I love walks on the beach and things
sorry.
like that.
Right.
But I
Oh,
would
boy.
say in a dating app, probably your bio matters way more. But on Instagram, I don't really look at a bio. But like, I would appreciate when someone maybe has a Bible verse if they actually are walking by it, not just because they have a Bible verse in their
Yeah.
bio. Yeah.
Cool. Okay, next question, please.
This is actually a friend of mine asked, are you going to take any responsibility as the girl if the date goes badly? Or are you going to blame? It's an interesting question.
Well, I don't know. That is an interesting question. And I think if the date goes badly, you can say all the cliches, like
compatible.
it takes two to tango, and it probably is both people's fault to some extent. It's probably almost never 50-50, but it could be 90-10, it could be 80-20, but probably both people had a part in it. But I think it's just, it's not a good fit. It's not a good fit. And when I'm interviewing people, I'll give you a business example. When I'm interviewing people to hire them, I'll say, I know you're here to interview today and you're probably excited and maybe nervous and you think you want to come to work here. But what you need to understand is you're interviewing us and me as much as I'm interviewing you. And this is an interview about fit, compatibility. And if this is going to be good for us and you, it's not just about us. Like if we offer you a job and it's a really good job, but you don't like it here, it's not a good fit for you, then you're not going to be happy here, and that's then not good for us. So it is about like mutual compatibility, right? So it's no different than a business example. It's a two-way street. It has to be a good fit for both parties or it's not a good fit.
Yeah. So this next one is a good one. I think he's asking me specifically,
Yeah?
but it says, have you healed from your previous traumas? However, I worded this question, what do you want to ask girls about dating? I think that's a good one for girls in general, and I think it's really important that girls do kind of work through their stuff before they're in their next relationship. I will say I've definitely healed from the things that I've been through, and it's way pre-social media, the stuff that's impacted me more, and I went to therapy for it on purpose so that I knew I had worked through my stuff. That doesn't mean I feel great all the time, or I'm not sad about things, or I don't have trust issues. Like, that's just human. So I would say there's scars, even if you've worked through your traumas. And I think a good man will be patient enough to try to learn why you are the way you are and how your hurt has impacted you and how he can be a part of your healing.
I agree.
Well.
Big time. It's important to understand that stuff. And I'll just say from the guy's perspective on that, like, have you healed from your previous traumas? I think guys, again, stereotyping here, generalizing a little bit, but I think guys, we think that we don't need to work through things. We can just move on. We're tough and we can get through it. I used to kind of think that, but as I've gotten older, I think it's important to realize that your trauma has impact on you, both mentally and sometimes very possibly physically, certainly emotionally, spiritually. It could impact all aspects of your life, but especially mentally, I think, and physically and emotionally and spiritually. I guess it is all four. So I think you have to take time to work through those things. And I could just say for my part as well, like, I'm a guy that has also been to therapy. Like, I wouldn't have done it probably 20, 25 years ago. I would have thought, I don't need that. But the reality is we all go through some really hard things in life. And sometimes it's way too much for you to just deal with on your own. And we don't deal with things healthily, I think, as men. A lot of times we ignore it, we bury it. Maybe we go work out, we get into some extreme sports or extreme dating, or you go out
You're told you can't cry.
Yeah, you go out and try to, just bury your feelings and go see a lot of women or drive fast cars, again, work out, whatever it may be, listen to loud music, whatever, drink, use substances. You're ignoring the problem, and you need to actually deal with the problem, because you'll be healthier and better for the future, both for yourself and for others, if you can work through it properly. It's important.
Okay.
Boy, that's not even, is that a double chin? I need to go back on my diet. I'm gonna cover
This
it,
person
people,
said,
so you don't have to look at it.
satisfying you in everything, especially in bed.
Are they talking to you?
I don't know this person.
That's weird.
I think this is
Oh,
saying
it's
you
like a
ask
question
girl.
to ask.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think that's a really good question to actually ask, because I think females are less vocal.
Yeah.
But I would say to satisfy a female sexually, it's way more than about just sex.
Yeah. Yeah, agreed. I think that's true, and I think it is a good question to ask. Like, if you can ask that in your relationship, you probably have a pretty open, comfortable dialogue together, and that's good. That's good. I think that's a good thing, to be able to have those conversations, because I think a lot of people wouldn't have that conversation. They think, oh, that's taboo. Maybe you wouldn't want to know the answer. But I think it's a good question to ask, because it's an important part of a relationship. To me, a marriage relationship, but I'm traditional. So there you have it.
Okay.
Hello. Oh, thank you. He's bringing us some water.
I think you'll be able to know.
Thank you. He's going to give us a
Thank you.
towel, honey. Look at this. Oh, yeah. Get up. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, thank you. This is how nice they are here. We were sitting in just a quiet area, like off by ourselves, but he spotted us over the hedges and came to take care of us. So it's very nice. This is the little yard workers out there by the thing. We're here at this quiet pool right now. It's a quieter spot, except for the yard work. And the chef is just down at the next pool. We're gonna go join her here in a minute when we're done chatting. There's like this little village. Kapkun krap, thank you. There, that's how you say it. Okay, good.
Able to guess which one of my friends texted this one. It's my most strongly opinionated friend. We want name names.
Okay.
Why date if you don't intend to marry? Why do some date in cycles of people who hurt them? Maybe it means circles.
Yeah, circles or cycles. Why date unless you don't intend to marry?
Yeah.
Well, I think that just does come down to your intentions. Are you just trying to have fun in life and fill a gap, like with some relationships, and just keep some interesting stuff happening in your life?
I think
Then-
some people crave companionship
Yeah.
too, but they're not ready for marriage, and I think that's okay.
Yeah, I think so too.
I can't relate. I'd rather date towards marriage. Like if I'm dating you and I realize I would never marry you, we're not going to keep dating.
Yeah, I agree. And I think of dating more that way too, like date with some intention. But I realize that some people date more casually, just to have fun and to,
Whether focus on their career.
yeah, have a companion. They don't want anything too serious, but they do enjoy the companionship, and I think that's okay.
Yeah.
I think it's important to whoever you're dating, have that conversation.
Yeah.
Because again, if your goals are just to hang out and have fun and enjoy life, have a good time together, do some fun stuff together, then the other person wants to get married and they're very serious, then you guys, maybe it's not the right time for you, or maybe it's just not the right person. But be aligned on those goals.
Does height matter if I'm good looking?
We already kind of answered that. Not as much.
It
Doesn't-
depends on the girl.
Yeah, it depends on the girl, but this girl says not as
Well,
much.
I don't want to be taller than you, no offense.
And I have mad respect for you men out there who date a taller woman. And respect for the women who are willing to date shorter men, because I
can't
think
do
it's
it.
like stereotypical that shouldn't happen.
Well, I just can't do it because I'm already not tall. So, like, if I'm taller than you, we're gonna have a very short child, and I just feel bad for the child.
Here's what I say about those men, though. Mad confidence to be walking around with a woman who's taller than you.
Unless
Most
they have
dudes
short
won't
man
do it.
syndrome.
Most dudes won't do it, but if you do that, more power to you.
Yeah.
I applaud you.
Does it depend does it matter who falls in love first, guy or girl?
I mean, what do you think about that?
I think guys think that they fall in love, but it's actually lust often.
I agree.
And I think that I would never tell you first if I love you.
I think you say it too fast too. I think most people say it too fast,
I agree.
and they're
To me, those words are sacred.
they are sacred. And here's what I believe about love. And again, this will be a little more maybe old school and traditional, so you guys can take it or leave it. But I think people throw the words around in love, and it's this big feeling that people have, and everyone wants to feel that. Like it's so like the butterflies and the excitement. You want to talk to that person all the time and spend time with them, and your mind is constantly focused on them. I get it. It's fun to have that. But those feelings generally in most relationships are going to wane over time. You will still have them, but they won't be maybe as frequent or prevalent. And love ultimately is not a feeling, it's a commitment. It's through thick and thin, especially when it comes to marriage. It's like a commitment. It's not a feeling.
Because I believe that I do believe in soulmates, and I think if you actually find yours, you're probably going to be in love for the rest of your life. I think a lot of people end up with the wrong person for many different reasons, but I think it's M and J. And I'm like, there's couples I've seen that are so in love with each other after so much time, like they're still passionate about one another.
Yeah.
So to me, there's a difference between being in love and loving someone, and love is the one that you're talking about. I do believe in being in love, and I think some people are in love long term, but most are not. But I think it takes work.
It does take work, and love
And
is a commitment. And compatibility. Those are all important issues.
Yeah. Okay. How do you score a girl like Alexis? Someone asks.
10 out of 10. She's beautiful. She's smart.
That's not what I mean.
Oh.
Thanks.
Oh, I know what they mean.
How do you get one?
Well, you better, I'm not going to tell you specifically for her because I'm not giving anybody the cheat code on how to date my daughter. But girls like Alexis that are beautiful and caring and smart and have good careers and those types of things, I think you have to be a person that is desirable, right? Like, what are you doing to invest in yourself?
Yeah.
Like, if you're taking good care of yourself mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, and you also better be a good dude. You better be kind. You better be considerate. You better know how to treat people. And I would say, not that money is everything, but I would say that you have to, if that girl that you're trying to score wants to have a family and wants to, possibly be a mom who stays home, again, traditional, but she could also be a mom who has a career, you have to have something going for yourself too in your career. You can't be some dude sitting there playing video games thinking you're going to get the beautiful girl because you sit at home.
People here obviously know that was not my story, and I have been with someone who is not on my, I don't know the nice way to put this.
Well, just doesn't have anything going for himself.
Bracket.
Well, but doesn't have anything going for himself. It's not
true.
about money. It's about like, what is your drive? What have you accomplished? What are you working on?
I will say, my dad knows this. There's one person in particular that comes to mind who just puts so much effort towards me and has taken me on nice dates and stuff. And it's not like this person's just loaded, but there's so much effort and intention, and that goes way further than money to me.
Yeah, it's way more important.
Yeah.
But you still should have something going for yourself.
To sum up what you said in a short way is like, someone like Alexis, you described me as having my own identity and my own life. So if you're really going for a girl who knows who she is and has her own identity and her own, I don't need a man. So if you want a girl that doesn't need you, then you need to have your own life and not need someone either.
Yeah. Your lives
You
put
only
together
add,
should
you
be
don't take
additive.
away.
Yeah, it should be additive, and you enhance each other. You help each other be better and enjoy life more, and yeah, you're better together.
Yeah.
1 + 1 = 3 kind of situation.
Yeah.
Power couple.
Okay.
Anything else?
All right, guys, thanks for watching. And like, subscribe, comment. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts if you disagree with any of these perspectives or you do agree, or you have any other questions pertaining to dating or like cultural norms right now, maybe, or just questions for me in general, my thoughts. Like, I love that one because I work with kids pertaining to like, what age do you think you should let your child date or whatever. I work with teenagers, so I really enjoy navigating those things, and I've had to navigate those things with parents before. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and let's go explore. I'm gonna hit the gym, so you guys have a good rest of your day or night, and I'll see you in the next video.